So let's go ahead and pop over. I just closed the chat instead of closing the slide. All right, jump over. Oh, you got 9 hours to get in on the Cyber Monday sale on TradingView if you need that. Looks like it's counting down. I did upgrade one account. This is still a free account because I like to make sure that anybody and everybody can use what I put out for free. So let's go ahead and kick off with ES. That's the S&P 500 futures. Did get a little market freak out today. Looks like we're pulling back, kind of like I predicted last week, eh? So we could pull back all the way to this 44, like 4,400 area, roughly. Could see that pullback. We do have some strong support around 45.50, and we got right down there to it today, real close. Jump down to the 30-minute. Let's get this arrow move out of the way just a little bit. Yeah, looks like the low is right around 45.56. So there's a relatively strong support right around this 45.50 area, and we are rallying strongly after the market close there. I mean, look at this. ES is up. I mean, NQ, big tech, NASDAQ, up over 100 points already, I believe, from right before the close. Yeah, look at that. 16,123, and now we're at 16,234. That's like a 100-point move right there, right at the close. And, after the close. So futures keep trading after the close. So if you weren't aware. All right. I did not buy any data. It's up, choice is yours on TradingView. I didn't buy any data. They let you go ahead and buy a year's worth of data if you want to. I just bought the top tier thing. I think it was $288 for a whole year, so that I can keep, mostly I wanted to be able to keep watch lists that were separate for some of the videos and stuff I put out during the week. That way I can just pop up the watch list, talk about it. And since you have unlimited watch lists, on the free version, you just have one, the red list. On the paid version, you get unlimited watch list, and you get alerts and a few other things, and it just upgrades your account. If you already have some indicators and stuff, it just keeps it and just adds the extra features. So pretty handy dandy. Like I said, I'm just using the free account though for my webinar, so I can accept cookies, ads, blah. All right. How do you get real-time data without paid? Well, that's a whole different situation. I use TD Ameritrade and feed it into MotiveWave. And that's how I get real-time data and do 90% of my charting is on MotiveWave. I do TradingView just because I can link it to other people and show you how to use it. And MotiveWave is a bit pricier than $288 for a year. So still talking about ES. I think we have a support right here, right at 45.50. I believe that we will see a breakout higher from here. Maybe not. If we break down below this 45.50 area tomorrow, we could head on down. Like I discussed last week, we could see a retrace to this 4,400 area. So, all right. So, NQ on the daily. Zoom this back up here. I mentioned we'd pull back after we hit this last week. We hit that 16,600 level. I mentioned it was highly possible we pulled back all the way back to the 1272 fib, which we did, which was basically 16,000, roughly even. I think it's where we dipped to on Black Friday. Retesting it yesterday and today. So a breakout higher though takes us up to this 17,600 to 18,150. So that's, if there's something bullish. I went long in Q right before the close. I had a position that I bought Let's see if I can read out the fill here real quick. I think it alerted me on my phone. Just in case anybody wants to know. Yeah, bought at 16,151.50. So I bought a micro. It's an MNQ. All right. What is the normal way? Well, the only way I really trade after hours is either one in crypto or two in futures. I don't try to trade regular stocks. Futures have like a little 30-minute chunk where it's overnight technically, and then all the rest of it's regular day trading hours with the low margins. If you're using somebody like AMP Global, I think is who I use, AMP Global Futures. Yeah, I speak about it and it pops up in the bottom. Look at that. That's weird. You don't think it's listening to me? That is really weird. So I use AMP Global. That's creeping me out right there. I don't even know what to say. That was weird. So I use AMP Global, and I think it's a micro NQ is a $20 margin, and a micro ES is a $50 margin. How do you learn futures? That's probably the most dangerous thing you can get into. It's probably the closest thing to playing roulette in the stock market that you can do. I recommend you learn a solid system before you jump into futures. Even with the micros, you can lose a ton of money really fast. So I went long. I've been in and out of futures several times, and if you're in my Discord server, I usually post it when I do. So I got out this morning right before the big drop, and then, which was kind of funny, it pulled back and stopped me out, and then it dropped way on down, and then I picked it up right near the end of the close. So I learned futures kind of in the middle of everything. I taught myself a little bit of stock trading, picked up options, and learned some futures in the middle, learned some Forex, been doing cryptos as we go along, and then, just add it to my repertoire. So where do we think futures are going to go? I think as long as we hold above this low we made on Friday, we're set up to go to those higher levels. If we start breaking down below here, then the next area run like this, so we can see a move down to this 15,727 area right there, about 15,700. That could be the next level of support. And if we were to break on down, jump back out to the daily, pull this back up, we could see a move all the way back down to 15,000 if it really got to breaking down. So this high, that's funny. So this first move down, bounce, it has a confluence with that top right there. So we may see a retrace back to that 15,700 top that we had all the way back in September. And if we can't hold that, we could see a run down here to this 144 EMA where we tested back in September. All right. Russell retraced all the way back inside to the middle of the consolidation zone that we were in for like 8 months. Freaking beautiful. Not beautiful. I did take a long position, not really any of my strategies, just a long position on Black Friday when it did that major pullback. I bought June 2022. I think it was 285 contracts, 285 strike. So significantly higher. This is on IWM. It is a little underwater today, but I have out till June. Oops, that didn't work at all. We're looking for a move up into this area around 340. Breaking higher and running up here. And it's going to take a few months. These moves over here, we're looking at, I discussed this last week. These moves over here took 3 to 4 months, even 5 months. So that's why I went out to June, because we could take December, January, February, March, April, May, June. We got 7 months for it to make this run. All right. So 340 is first target, and then that 413, that'd be like a super stretch, crazy goal. 350 is really where I think it probably might head to. So 340, 350. All right. Any questions on that? That's how you play Russell right there. IWM. It's like if you want to play ES and you don't have futures and you don't have the cash to buy SPX options, check out SPY. You know, SPY is the ETF for S&P 500. And then NASDAQ is QQQ. QQQ. That's the ETF for the NASDAQ. All right. And then Russell is IWM. If you were here last week and you heard me talk about the Apple trade, that thing is up about 65% at the close today. It was the only green thing that I had that was super green at the close today. There we go. Zoom it up, zoom it up. Breaking out higher than the highs we had from, yeah, we were just clearing into the highs that we had from November, back just what, a week ago? Just clearing them into the close. Already moved up higher in the close, the 1650 area. It looks like 165.87. 167.54 was the first target, so 165.87 is already higher than the high we had back in just a week ago. So yeah, mostly I hold options when the market tanks. For the people in the crash protection thing, we did close VIX out this week on Monday. What was it, yesterday? I guess I closed them Friday. We closed out VIX and booked a 40% profit on the ones we had bought early November. Today, supposedly, Jay Powell got up there and announced that he was going to accelerate the taper, and that's why we freaked out today. Maybe it was the whole combination of everything. Maybe we're just extended. But Apple was the bright spot today. It was rallying like crazy, breaking out higher. So based on, actually that gets extended just a hair. So based on these targets, I have like a 168 first target, 171.80 second target, and then super stretch goal up here around the 180 area. I was in the 172 December 23rd calls. So VIX play was for crash protection stuff. If you're in the crash protection, you need to get into Discord. If you don't have access to Discord, then contact support. And if they give you any crap, tell them that I said to give you access to the Discord. We are now going to give everybody access to Discord for anything you buy from me. So you get all sorts of updates, and you can ask questions like, hey, I'm not sure about this, but we did text out and emailed out an update for VIX, I'm pretty sure, on Friday. All right. Crash protection was a crash protection kit we sold in October, because I speculated that Jerome Powell was going to announce the beginning of taper, which he did. The market didn't quite freak out, but today, when he announced that he was going to accelerate the taper, the market did freak out. So I'm not sure it was founded or unfounded, but we did get the freak out. Would I buy another put on VIX? Right now, VIX might be dropping for a little bit. I still think we're going to rally. I think we could rally into the next 2-day Fed meeting, which probably around February. And we may bring in some more people to the crash protection class for that. All right. Moving on down. We haven't even covered everything yet. Oh my goodness. I keep rambling. Oil pulling back crazy today. Way deeper than I really expected right now. I do still expect a rally, a strong rally in December. December starts tomorrow. So this is extended to the downside right now. Don't have anything great to say, but I do expect a rally in December. I don't have great levels right at the moment. This drop just kept on dropping it today, and I haven't really paid any attention. So I will get back to you and have an update for oil. I feel like it's kind of overdone to the downside. I don't use the term oversold, because obviously if people keep selling it, it's not oversold. You know, fair price is a fair price. So this gold right here did do kind of a 5 down into this lower low right here, and it's retesting this downtrend it had. This is gold futures, GC. Zoom it out a little bit here. Back in a little bit. So we had this downtrend going, and we had this bigger downtrend going, and we're bouncing right where they kind of come together right here. It was looking like we were going to take off today, and then Mr. Powell announced what he announced, and gold just dropped. You know, we had a nice breakout kind of setup going on. We're starting to clear some prior highs, and then it just dropped, all fell apart about 10:50 this morning. But we did find support right at the top of that downtrend. So we keep an eye on gold. The Barrick Mining, GOLD, not that one. Barrick Mining, there it is. Barrick Mining right here. It didn't make a lower low. It was working on a breakout. Didn't quite get there. And the pivots are all the way up here. So this one, next time it breaks above this right here, next time it travels through 1975, that's gonna be pretty bullish. So yeah, so the gold futures, if we break back below this line right here, I think we could see a move back to the lows. And it's probably around 1680. So right now, you know, I expect this 1770, 1760 area to hold, and we'd bounce off of it. If we don't, just if it just fails through, we're probably going back to this 1680 low that we've had this year a few times. Why is it? No. Time frame. We tested the 1680 level once, twice, 3 times, and we may come down here a 4th time. We may see a lower low, but holding above this downtrend line, we have broken out. We came back to test it. Going up is bullish. The next resistance will be 1920 up here. All right. Bitcoin was looking pretty bullish. Oh, what I just grabbed. Oh, what is going on? There we go. So we've got this pullback we had in October, September, I mean. September right here. We had a rally in October. Most of November, we just spent kind of sideways. Rallied strongly early October, starting mid to late October into November, we just been kind of sideways chopping here. We did hold above the 144 EMA on the daily, and 3 days of green usually kicks off a bigger run. When we get 1, 2, 3 in a row, we usually kick off a bigger run. Even with a small retrace red day like today, we usually kick off that bigger run. we've got 3 greens on Ethereum also. Now we'll cover the launch pad, what's going to be in it here in just a few minutes as I wrap this up. This whole recording is going to be on YouTube shortly after we wrap this up. So Bitcoin held the 144 EMA again and set up to go higher. My higher targets right now, I'm looking for something around 76,000 to 84,000. Probably in the first quarter, hopefully the end of the year, but maybe first quarter next year. Ethereum is well on its way to test this 5150 area sooner than later. It could be tomorrow, could be this week. It's looking like it's going to get up there really quickly. 5150, and what happens at 5150, we're going to see it may retrace back down to this 4,500 again before it can get higher levels. I expect 8,000 on Ethereum sometime into the end of the year. So, all right. Everybody's favorite for me to talk about, Mara. I've been talking about Mara since I started working this whole guru thing. This is one of my favorites this year. I'm holding shares from $11, and I see that we keep holding this support zone. We just keep holding this support right here at 47, and holding that. I see it bullish, and we'll probably break out to some higher levels. Let's see if I get the fib adjusted just right here. Yeah, it's basically right. So we're looking at a run up to 97 to 117 just based off this pullback right here. And it could happen quickly. I mean, this sucker, when it gets moving, it gets moving. So we could do that in probably 2 weeks if it'll get moving up. Quit consolidating right here. So watch that one for a breakout. We could be in triple digits by the end of the year. I am super bullish on Mara because they have a ton of Bitcoin miners that they've already bought and paid for and just waiting for delivery from China. And they keep getting more and more in every month, and their mining capability keeps skyrocketing. I think they've only taken delivery on about 25% of the total that they've bought and paid for, and they're supposed to have them all by mid 2022. So between now, in the next 6 months, 7 months, they're going to be getting, increasing their mining capability almost fivefold, fourfold, fivefold. So 400 to 500%. That's huge for a mining company, and they've already paid for them. It's not like they're having to buy these; they already paid for them, so they're just taking delivery. I'm super bullish on that. Even if Bitcoin does nothing, their mining ability and ability to produce Bitcoin just keeps increasing. So that makes me bullish with triple-digit targets into the end of the year, first quarter next year. All right. So I see, I've had lots of questions about this Black Friday deal I did. So let's talk about it briefly. So you may have missed it. So before we go, how far down? Well, I think Mara is holding 47. 47 is where I expect it to hold. If it doesn't hold there, it'll probably return to the 144 EMA on the daily. All right. Hopefully by now you heard about my Black Friday deal. If you didn't, for any reason, it was on YouTube. We emailed it out. We sent it out. If you got here today, I don't know how you got here without seeing my Black Friday offer, but it's 6 hours of live training. Every Monday in December, we're going to go live with training about an hour and a half or so every day, every Monday. And I was doing it all for $97. Today, we bumped the price though. See, look at this awesome schedule. Starting next Monday, we're going to anticipate major moves with Echo Trades. I'm going to go through all the special sauce that's inside Echo Trades. You may have seen the indicators of my chart and all that stuff. We'll kind of talk about what they are and how they are, and how you can get them, and how you use them, how I use them to make predictions, and what I look for an Echo trade. We'll go through that, and we'll check out the market, see if there's any Echo trades that are setting up. If there are, I'll tell you how I'd play them, and then we'll take some Q&A, and I'll tell you how you can join Echo Trades if you wanted to get into it. And then The next week, we're going to go into what the Knoxville Trade Club is, how these trades set up, what I'm looking for, what the goals are, how to find them. We'll go through it all. And then the third week, we're going to go through the crypto power plays class or course, what it is we look for in crypto power plays, and how crypto is in the age of adoption, and my strategy for attacking the crypto markets and finding the best strategies to get a little piece of the action. And then the final meeting, we're probably going to do the FIB class. You guys, everybody keeps asking me about doing a new FIB class, teaching FIBs. I'm probably going to go through and reteach all the FIB stuff in that final class on December 27th. And we'll have a no holds bar Q&A. If you got questions about anything, bring your charts, bring your questions. We'll go through it. I'll do my best to answer them. All right. It's going to be at 1 p.m. every Monday in December. So we'll record them, and you get into Discord with all this. So there's a special channel in Discord. You want to know my shoe size too? Well, Cyber Monday has come and gone, and as promised, we had this deal for Black Friday weekend only, and today it is now 147. But I know there's bound to be some procrastinators out there, or somebody that just didn't have time to check it out this weekend, and maybe you're kicking yourself that you missed out on the $97 price. So I've arranged a special one-time only chance to get the original price, but all you have to do is fess up. You can call my team at 855-454-0816 right now. Use the code I procrastinated, and you can get the original $97 price. But if you don't want to fess up, you can go to jeffreytrader.com/launchpad and claim the package at full price of $147. If you go to jeffreytrader.com/Black Friday, you'll see the same $147 price. So the only way to get the $97 is to call in. So the secret code is I procrastinated. You have to call 855-454-0816. You still get it at $97, but you have to fess up that you procrastinated. I'm a grand high master in the fine art of procrastination. So you can call in with I procrastinated and get the discount, or you can pay the $147 price. All righty. Oh, roll down to the final slide. There we go. There's the choice is yours. So you can fess up, call in 855-454-0816 with the code I procrastinated, or you can just go, you don't have to talk to anybody. You can just go to jeffreytrader.com/launchpad, pay the $147. Hey, I'm done. This is it for now.